get used to weird calls when you work EMS overnight. People seeing shadows, claiming something's in the walls, calling 911 because their dead relatives won't leave the living room. Most of it's mental health or drug-induced paranoia. That's what I told myself when we got the call for room 6 at Ridgeview Assisted Living. Dispatch said it was a fall. Elderly male, conscious but disoriented. Nothing strange. But when we arrived, the nurse at the front desk looked uneasy. She handed me the chart, barely making eye contact. "Room 6, she said. "You might want to be quick." I asked if the patient was okay. She hesitated. "He's talking again." We got to room 6. The door was closed. I knocked. No answer. My partner, Devin, opened it slowly. Inside was an old man sitting up in bed, hands folded neatly on his lap. His name was Joseph Ellman, age 87. He looked calm. Too calm. No visible injuries. Just staring at the wall like he was waiting for something. I asked him what happened. He didn't answer. Didn't even blink. Then, in the most measured, emotionless voice I've ever heard, he said, "They always forget, but I remember you. I remember your face from the fire." Devin shot me a look. Neither of us had ever met this man before. I asked what fire he was talking about. He turned to me slowly, eyes cold and wet. "The one you didn't make it out of." Then he smiled, and suddenly, I couldn't move. I swear my arms locked up. My knees buckled slightly, like my body forgot how to function for a second. Devin asked if I was okay. I lied, said I was just lightheaded. We got the patient on the stretcher and into the rig. He didn't speak again. But once we were en route to the hospital, the power in the ambulance flickered. Just for a second, like a surge. The monitor beeped. Flatline. Devin checked the patient, but his pulse was fine. Then the monitor came back, and something appeared on the screen under patient notes. One sentence. "He still remembers." Neither of us typed that. When we got to the ER, they took him into observation. We signed off and left. I tried to forget it, chalked it up to stress, maybe a prank by some tech. But that night, just after 3 a.m., I got a notification on my personal phone, an airdrop request, from a device labeled Room 6. I declined it. Then my living room TV turned on by itself. Static, then black, then an image, a burning building, and someone screaming from inside. I felt like my lungs had collapsed. I dropped to my knees, not out of fear, but because I knew that building. It was the apartment fire I'd responded to 11 years ago, the one where we lost a resident before backup could arrive. I'd never told anyone the truth, that we heard someone inside, that we left them thinking it was too dangerous to go back in, that someone burned alive while I stood on the sidewalk holding a hose with no water. And now, somehow, he was back. The next shift, I checked on room 6 at Ridgeview, but the director told me there was no Joseph Ellman on file. Never had been. The room had been empty for years. I didn't believe her until I went back myself. Room 6 was padlocked shut. No bed, no chart, just bare walls and a smell like burnt wood. That was 3 months ago. Since then, I keep seeing him. In mirrors, in rear-view cameras, in the dark corners of stairwells I pass on calls. Sometimes I get those same airdrop requests. Sometimes I get voicemails of faint screaming, even when my phone's on silent. But the worst was the photo. It was slipped under my apartment door. Polaroid of me and Devin outside Ridgeview. Except in the window behind us, in room 6, there's a figure watching, burnt, twisted, smiling, and on the back of the photo in red marker, still waiting.